Hello everyone. Today we are going to solve problems on type 2 partial differentiation of composite functions, which is also known as chain rule. Partial differentiation of composite functions. Before solving the problems, we must know concept of this chain rule. Here, number 1, chain rule, or you can say this is flow diagram of given function. Here z is function of two variables x and y, okay, and x and y are variables of r and theta. Here number of variables appearing over here, there are total two variables, okay. Number of variables appearing here is equal to number of terms in each equation. That equations we are obtaining by using chain rule. And here number of variables appearing here, that is r and theta, two variables are there, okay. Number of variables appearing over here, that is equal to number of equations, okay. And from this flow diagram it is clear that there exist two equations and each equation is containing two terms by using these number of variables. Equation number 1 and this is equation number 2. In this equation there are two terms, this is first term, this is second term. In this equation there are two terms, this is first term, this is second term, okay. First equation we have to find out, we have to obtain by using this flow diagram. We are finding derivative of z with respect to r. That derivative will be partial derivative, okay, because here are more than one variables. That's why partial derivative of z with respect to r is equal to, take partial derivative of z with respect to x and multiply it by partial derivative of x with respect to r. That is first term. Then plus partial derivative of z with respect to y into partial derivative of y with respect to r. That gives second term. In this way this first equation is obtained. Now in this equation what we have to do? Replacing because here variables are r and theta. This equation is in terms of r, okay. Now we want second equation in terms of theta. What we have to do? In equation 1, replace r by theta. On both sides of this equation 1, replace r by theta. That gives second equation. R is replaced by theta everywhere. Wherever r is appearing in equation 1, r is replaced by theta here. In first term r is replaced by theta. In second term r is replaced by theta. This gives second equation. By using these equations and partial differential coefficients or ordinary differential coefficients, we have to find out differential coefficients by using given data and put that data in these two equations and get the result. This is first flow diagram, okay. Let us consider flow diagram 2. This is second flow diagram, okay. Second flow diagram. Here u is function of three variables x, y and z, and these three variables are functions of again three variables r, s and t. Now from first chain rule it is clear that number of variables appearing over here, that gives the number of equations, and in each equation how many terms will exist, that number of terms depends upon number of variables appearing over here, and there are three variables, so each equation contains three terms, okay. Now first equation, partial derivative of u with respect to r, you are finding this you can find by this arrow, partial derivative of u, this partial derivative of u with respect to r, that is equal to partial derivative of u with respect to x, okay, and then partial derivative of x with respect to r, then partial derivative of u with respect to y and partial derivative of y with respect to r, okay, and third partial derivative of u with respect to z, partial derivative of z with respect to r. In this way these three terms, partial derivative of u with respect to x into partial derivative of x with respect to r plus partial derivative of u with respect to y into partial derivative of y with respect to r then partial derivative of u with respect to z into partial derivative of z with respect to r. This gives equation number 1, which contains 3 terms, number 1, number 2 and number 3 term. Okay. Now this equation is important. Equation number 1 is important because using this equation we can obtain equation number 2. This equation means partial derivative of u with respect to r. Now we want partial derivative of u with respect to x. Yes, what we have to do? Replace r by s. Replace r by s on both sides of equation 1. R is replaced by s in equation 1. That gives second equation. Partial derivative of u with respect to s. R is replaced by s here. 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 In this way, equation 2 is obtained. Again, to get the third equation, replace r by t. You are replacing r by t on both sides of equation number 1. Okay, replace r by t on both sides of equation 1. That gives equation number 3. That is, r is replaced by t. Here, r is replaced by t. In second term, r is replaced by t. In third term also, r is replaced by t. In this way, 3 equations are obtained. Equation number 1, equation number 2 and equation number 3. And in each equation, there exist 3 terms. Term number 1, term number 2, term number 3. Okay, this is flow diagram, second flow diagram, or you can apply chain rule. Now, similar to this, we are considering third flow diagram. Third one. Now here, you can see here, u is function of x and y variables, and x and y, both the variables are functions of single independent variable r. Okay, at the tip of this arrow, there is single variable, not more than one variable. This is single variable, and at the tip of this arrow, there are 1 and 2 variables, this and this. Okay, so we have to find out derivative of u with respect to r. Meaning of this is what? This is single independent variable, means there exists single equation, and that equation contains how many terms? Number of variables appearing over here. 2 variables are there. So there exists equation 1 containing 2 terms. And here derivative of u with respect to r. This is single independent variable, so this derivative will be ordinary. And then derivative of u with respect to x, that will be partial because there are 2 variables. And then derivative of x with respect to r, that will be ordinary because what? There is single independent variable. This derivative is ordinary, this derivative is ordinary. Okay. So partial derivative of u with respect to x into partial ordinary derivative of x into x with respect to r. This is first term, plus second term partial derivative of u with respect to y into ordinary derivative of y with respect to r. That gives this equation, this term. Okay, and here you are finding derivative of u with respect to r, that will be ordinary. So du by dr is equal to dou u by dou x dx by dr plus dou u by dou y into dy by dr. So one equation containing 2 terms. Only one equation containing this term and this term, 2 terms. Okay. Now this fourth flow diagram. Now here in this flow diagram, u is function of single independent variable r, but r is function of 3 independent variables x, y and z. U is function of r, r is function of x, y and z. Number of variables are 3. Here number of variables are 3. So there exist 3 equations, and each equation contains how many terms? Only one term, because of this variable. There is only one variable. So now we have to check about ordinary derivative and partial derivative. You have to take derivative of u with respect to x, but there are more than one variables, so this derivative will be partial. And then this partial derivative of u with respect to x is equal to derivative of u with respect to r, this will be ordinary derivative, this is okay, into derivative of r with respect to x, this will be partial. Why? Because there are more than one variables, there are three variables, okay. So derivative of r with respect to x, that will be partial. This is only one term in first equation. Now consider second equation. On both sides of equation 1, if we replace x by y, that gives x is replaced by y in 1, that gives equation number 2, okay. Then x is replaced by z in equation 1, that gives equation number 3. You can check here, okay. X is replaced by y on both sides of this equation 1, this x is replaced by y, and in third equation x is replaced by z, and here also x is replaced by z, that gives 3 equations, okay. So total 3 equations, and each equation is containing one term. 3 equations, one term. This is for flow diagram, okay. Means how we can obtain equations by using flow diagram, means you are using chain rule. So in this way you have to apply chain rule to solve the problems on composite function or to solve the problems on chain rule, okay. Thank you.